There's something strange about certain places in Middle-earth, places where the land itself feels wrong. Not just lifeless, but spiritually vacant. Mordor isn't just a scorched battlefield. It's a place where even the air seems to choke and accuse you. The dead marshes shimmer with the memory of those long gone, as if time itself has gone stagnant. Why do these areas persist in ruin even after the villains behind them are defeated? Why don't they heal? What if these waste places aren't just consequences of war or neglect, but evidence of something deeper? What if they're geological remnants of a much older metaphysical wound buried within the very bones of Middle-earth? Welcome back to Third Age Ideas. Today we're exploring the waste places of Middle-earth, those eerie, lifeless corners of the map, and how they might be more than just background scenery. They may be Arda's bruises, left behind by Morgoth's rebellion, scars where the world itself has gone askew. Stick around, because this isn't just a tour of Tolkien's deserts. It's a look at how creation itself was once poisoned, and where that poison still lingers. Let's start with a question. What does waste actually mean? In the modern world, we often think of waste as garbage, something thrown out, used up, polluted. But in cultural theory, waste is more than just trash. It's material that doesn't quite fit. It resists reintegration, it haunts. Scholars call it matter out of place, remnants that won't go away quietly. Now, let's apply that lens to Tolkien's world. Middle-earth has its share of wastelands. The plateau of Gorgoroth, the desolation of Smaug, the northern waste, and of course, Mordor itself. Each seems impossible to reclaim. The grass doesn't regrow, the air thickens. And even when evil departs, hope doesn't necessarily return. So, why? To answer that, we actually have to go all the way back to the Ainulindala, the music of the Ainur. According to the Silmarillion, Morgoth, then known as Melkor, introduced discord into the world's very first song, a destructive theme that rebelled against harmony. But it gets worse. Later, we're told that Morgoth didn't just corrupt individual creatures, he poured his malice into the material stuff of Arda itself. The quote goes, Melkor had poured himself into the very matter of Arda, so that it is itself wounded, and all things therein are liable to weariness and corruption. The Silmarillion, of the coming of the elves and the captivity of Melkor. Think about that. Arda, the world itself, isn't just a neutral stage in Tolkien's creation. It's damaged, bent, and some parts more bent than others. That's where the waste places come in. They might be the pressure points of Morgoth's corruption, the areas where his spiritual venom soaked deepest. So they're not just unpleasant or dangerous, they're ontologically broken. The world's song buckled in these spots, and the dissonance has never been resolved. Let's look at a few examples. First, Mordor. When Frodo and Sam cross into it, the very air seems to fight them. The land was dreary and desolate. The air itself seemed thick and choking. This was in The Two Towers, Book 4, Chapter 2. This isn't just poisonous fog. There's an enduring reek, a foulness that clings. And even after Sauron falls, we're given no hope the land might recover. Is it any wonder that Frodo, even at peace, says, I do not think the road will ever take me back there again. It's like Mordor has fallen off the map of recovery. Aragorn never attempts to restore it. The elves don't touch it. Even the hopeful Sam Gamgee, who dreams of planting gardens everywhere, never dreams of turning Gorgoroth green. Or consider the dead marshes. The war ended centuries ago. The bodies are gone, but something lingers. In The Two Towers, Book 4, Chapter 2. As Sam peered into the water, he saw pale faces. They cannot be touched. We tried once, yes, precious. It's as if memory itself got stuck there, rotting on loop. And Gollum's words suggest a kind of spatial trauma, like even touching the land's surface breaks some taboo. And what about the northern waste, neglected, frozen, and hardly spoken of, but in the appendices we're told that ancient and dark things once dwelled there. Could it be that this lifeless region was once the very edge of Morgoth's long dominion? These are more than just dead lands. They're wounded lands. Now, not every desolate place in Middle-earth stays that way. The desolation of Smaug, for example, does see some recovery. After the dragon's death, life slowly creeps back in. Dale is rebuilt, Lake Town persists, Isengard, once stripped bare by Saruman, is slowly regreened by the Ents and their waters. So what's the difference? The theory we're exploring today suggests that some wastes were merely scarred by agents of evil, but others were directly shaped by the original curse that lingered since the First Age. Think of it like an infection. Dragons and Dark Lords spread destruction, yes, but they don't embed into the world the way Morgoth does. Tolkien tells us Morgoth's power is diffused into Arda's very substance. Check out Morgoth's ring. So the waste places bound up with him, his strongholds, his hiding spots, his battlefields, remain tainted in ways no amount of gardening or time can erase. Places like Mordor didn't become evil because of Sauron. Sauron chose it because it was already a weak spot, already a bruise in the fabric of the world. Ungoliant adds another fascinating layer. Remember her? Spider-bodied devourer of light? She doesn't just hunger, she consumes creation itself. Her lair in Avathar, far to the south, offers another example of a waste zone. It's a place detached from narrative, shrouded in shadow, unaligned with the rest of the world. She and Morgoth together represent a kind of cosmic anti-creation, where they go, meaning withers. This brings us to an unsettling idea. Waste in Tolkien isn't just emptiness, it's a presence. It's a form of active absence, a space drained of story, of hope, of forward motion. If you've ever read The Return of the King and felt that eerie paralysis in Mordor scenes, you know what I mean. The characters aren't just tired, the land drains them, spiritually. Tolkien once described Middle-earth as a place under the shadow of a spiritual fall. His mythology isn't just about elves and rings, it's about a good world marred at the root. By viewing the wastelands of Middle-earth as spiritual scars, we're invited to think of that map not as flat geography, but as theology rendered in terrain. Mordor becomes more than Sauron's lair. It becomes a reminder, a shrine, of sorts, to Morgoth's ancient rebellion. These places aren't forgotten, they're avoided, they are never won back, because victory in Middle-earth doesn't erase the fall, it just makes peace with it. And yet, Tolkien gives us characters who see the waste and still believe in renewal. Sam's dream of returning to the Shire, or his fleeting vision that maybe, just maybe, things could grow again. Those are powerful. In The Two Towers, he wonders, but if the Sam Gamgees could fly or walk over the wasteland and come to the Dark Tower, do you think he could show them that? Hope exists, but it's often that, a question, not a certainty. Some may argue we're overreading, that Tolkien rejected heavy-handed symbolism, that Mordor was inspired by industrial wastelands and World War I trenches, and yes, that's part of it, but remember, Tolkien didn't write allegory, but he did write stories filled with resonance. In his Letters and Lore, he's clear on this. The world itself is marred. The waste places are not just about war, they're about spiritual geography. And while modern readers might see dystopia, Tolkien saw something different. A world touched by ancient wrong, in need of more than swords to make it whole. Let's bring it all together. The waste places of Middle-earth, Mordor, the Dead Marshes, the Northern Waste aren't just broken lands, they're broken meanings. Earthly spots haunted by a cosmic discord. They serve as silent memorials to the marring of Arda, geographical expressions of spiritual trauma. They don't recover because the wound beneath them isn't healed. Not yet. And maybe not within the circles of this world. Understanding Tolkien's ruined places this way reframes the entire landscape, not as a map of travel, but a patchwork of scars. The waste is not what happens after evil. It's where evil lives beyond its source. So, does this theory hold weight? Do you think Mordor's sickness goes deeper than ashes, back to Morgoth's earliest crime? Or are these places just the long consequences of war and darkness? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Give me some ideas for the next video. Here's a challenge: if the waste places are spiritual scars Where else in Middle-earth might hidden wounds exist? Could the Barrow Downs hold similar echoes? What about the withered heath, or even parts of Mirkwood? Find the places silence clings to, and ask why. Thanks for joining me here at Third Age Ideas on this exploration of Middle-earth's deepest mysteries. If you enjoyed this theory, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into Tolkien's Legendarium. Until next time, may your journey through Middle-earth be filled with wonder and discovery. See you in the next video.